everyone. I'm heading up to Dundalk today to see a mural on, it's actually on a hotel up here that's the tallest mural in the whole of Ireland. So you're all welcome to come along for a spin, and I'm going to get off the motorway, the N1 motorway here now, and go in the old N1. So I'm going to go off that way here now. Right, so now I'm just after coming through Castlebellingham here. This is on the N1, which was the original main road if you were going from Dublin to Dundalk or onwards to Belfast, before the M1 motorway was completed. You'd have to go through all these towns and villages if you wanted to get from Dublin to Dundalk, right, or beyond to Belfast. So yeah, so this is the N1. This was the original main road from Dublin if you were going to Dundalk or Belfast. Right, I'm going to go right up here to lights here to show you this, the tallest mural in the whole of Ireland. And as far as I know, it was only completed recently. So I'm going right up here. If you go straight on there will bring you into the centre of Dundalk Town. To the left over here is the M1 motorway if you want to bypass Dundalk, and to the right here is a bypass that was built before they built the M1 motorway if you wanted to bypass the main town, the main centre of Dundalk Town. And straight ahead there is the Dundalk Institute of Technology. Just see that van there, you're talking just over here past the lights there. It's a whole campus there of Dundalk Institute of Technology. So here it is here. Here's the Crowne Plaza Hotel here now, and I'm going to see, can I just go into the car park in it to have a look at this. See this here now. Look, isn't it class? It's a Celtic warrior. I'll show you now in a minute. Right, it's 5 degrees centigrade here, but there's a cold northwesterly wind here that's making it feel a lot colder than 5 degrees centigrade. So here is this super cool, it's the tallest mural in the whole of Ireland. It's only after being completed there recently. I don't know if you can hear me here with the wind. So I think it's a Celtic warrior. I think it's called Lug of God or something. And I could be wrong on this, but I think in Irish folklore and legends that this guy was the father of Cuchulainn. So here it is here, look. Up it goes all the way up the building. All the way up, there he is up there on top. The Crowne Plaza Hotel. So it's 135 feet tall. So it's the tallest mural in the whole of Ireland. So we go on now into Dundalk Town, and there's more murals in the town of Dundalk that I want to have a look at. So you're all welcome to come along. Oh, it's cold here, it's cold. Get back in the car, quick. There's an ice in that wind there. There's a shower coming there now, and it's freezing cold here. Freezing cold. Jesus. Holy shit, that's cold. When the shower's coming, it's even colder. It'd freeze the ghoulies off a polar bear, my friends. It really would. Woo! Right, let's go on into Dundalk Town, into the centre of Dundalk. I want to get tea anyway and a dinner, okay? Right, so the road I'm on here now is the original bypass of Dundalk before they built the M1 motorway. And to the right here is an industrial park with loads of factories and stuff in it. I think the Heinz factory is somewhere in here as well. A bad day here, my friends, bad day. So over on the right here is the retail park in Dundalk. So you have all the usual kind of brands there. You have, just looking, Elvery Sports, Deluxe Bathroom, Smith's Toy Shop, Argus, Brand Max, Sports Direct, Halford's, Right Price Tiles, Harry Corrie, Home Store and More, Costa, Equipet, JYSK, whatever that is, Omniplex, and a big Woody store there as well. Between rain and roadworks and icy cold wind, bit mad here. So there's some nice houses across the road there in Dundalk. So just waiting for the lights to turn green here to continue to find my car park space. Just roadworks. You'll always get roadworks in Ireland, my friends. Always get roadworks. So this is the Marshes shopping centre here in Dundalk. It's relatively new. Well, it was open to the public in November 2005 at a cost of €150 million. So you have a huge Dun store shop here in the Marshes. But what I love about this shopping centre is the exterior of it, and I think it's lovely the way they built it. I mean, look at the brickwork there, and you have lovely features. Look around, look at the windows are even lovely. You see what I mean? Look, they got there's lots of detail in it. Even that there is lovely. Yeah, I absolutely love the exterior of this shopping centre. It's, you know, it wasn't just one of these quick, let's pull it up real fast, modern, horrible looking shopping centres or complexes. You know what I mean? There's thought put into it, and it's in keeping with the town of Dundalk. I think it's lovely. Look, this is the whole shopping centre all the way down here. Isn't it lovely, isn't it, on the outside? That's a gorgeous front into the shopping centres, and it's just brilliant. So that's the exterior of Penny's shop here. Does it look class, doesn't it? If you were in England now, that'd be called Primark. Yeah, I think now it's probably one of the nicest looking shopping centres in Ireland, actually, exterior wise. Interior, it's just the same, it's all the usual shops, but they really did put a lot of effort into the building of this shopping centre, I think, anyway. They've done a brilliant job on it. It's just lovely, lovely. So across the road there is a mural of Edward Bruce. He was the last High King of Ireland. He was actually Scottish, believe it or not. Brilliant mural, isn't it?
Like his cap. They look like his striped cap.
So this is called Earl Street here. So this looks like it's Earl Street in 1890, look. Wow. The men just sitting down chilling on the street here. No cars back in 1890, look. Amazing. The Kenner men, if you're looking for suits in there, men's suits and clothing in there. So this sculpture here is in memory of Bill Clinton's visit to Dundalk in the year 2000. I remember watching that on the TV. I used to like Bill Clinton initially in the beginning until he went live on TV with his finger pointing and saying, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, not one single time." Until, of course, they found the dress, and then he had to apologise. So he was prepared to basically character assassinate that girl, Monica Lewinsky, until he was caught. Finally, had the evidence to prove that he did have sex with Monica Lewinsky. So I didn't like him since then. An arsehole, my friends, an arsehole. I'm kind of in the square here in Dundalk here now, and they got art here. Look, it's lovely, isn't it? So this is the main street here in Dundalk. It's called Clanbrassil Street, and it has nice shops here. You know, nice what would you call it? Shop fronts along here for definite. There's Dundalk Post Office there. It's a cool shop here in Dundalk. It's McCluskey's Bakery. They have one in Drogheda as well. But look at the cakes here in the window. They're just lovely, aren't they? Look. So if you want to buy that cake there, McCluskey's Bakers, it's €60. Here's a lovely little shop here in Dundalk called Trimmings. Look, it's an Irish gift store, right? So if you're into buying little leprechauns and Irish, anything to do with Ireland, this is the shop to come to. I only drink on days beginning with tea. Yeah, that's a lovely gift shop there. As I call it, diddly idle do Irish gift shops. There are some buildings here in the town on the main street that are in disrepair, not closed down, you know. Some of them there, but the rest of the town is just, it's lovely, lovely. So here's another picture of this area here, going back to 1890. Look, I think they're gone there. I think there's that church just around the corner here. I'll show you. Look, no cars, no cars. Now, I absolutely love this church here. I think it's called St. Nicholas, and it's from the 13th century, and I don't think you can get into it. It's all locked up there, but I think it's absolutely beautiful, beautiful. I mean, look at the work in this here. Isn't that fantastic? Look, the tower up on top, but look at the windows over here. See the windows? Aren't they gorgeous? Gorgeous. I don't know about you, my friends, but I think that mural there is absolutely fantastic. Look at the work that went into that. Isn't it just brilliant? Brilliant. That's a real Irish saying there, right, I'm away. Which would mean, like, say you're there, you're talking to someone, right, on the street, or a friend or a neighbour or something. You're talking for ages, and you know, you want to kind of end the conversation, and you go, right, I'm away. Do you get that? Right, I'm away. For fresh fish and chips, come to Milano's here on Clanbrassil Street in Dundalk. Right people, there's loads of cafes and restaurants here in Dundalk, right? But my favourite is this one across the street here called Marshes Restaurant and Coffee Shop, right? So if you're in Dundalk and you want to go to a nice place with really friendly, efficient staff and lovely food, check out Marshes across the road here. And that's where I'm going now to have my spud. What's it saying here? Come here till I tell you. That's another famous Irish saying. Come here till I tell you. Cafe 44 it's saying there. So I'm just reading off a plaque here over this building here, and it's saying that Knights of Hibernia, in commemoration of the local volunteers who left these premises to fight for Irish freedom, Easter Sunday 1916. So across the road here is a mural to Saint Oliver Plunkett, who was the primate of all Ireland. He was a Catholic bishop here, and he was a bishop at a time when you know, the English ruled over Ireland, and you weren't allowed to practice the Catholic faith. You could be killed for it. And anyway, the reason why this mural is here in Dundalk is because Oliver Plunkett, he was the primate of all Ireland, okay, and he went secretly up to Dublin to visit his brother, and of course he was discovered in Dublin, and he was arrested, and he was brought down here to Dundalk. And right, you see here, do you see this pharmacy here? Well, it's still here. Underneath the ground there was a jail, and they brought him up here for his trial in Dundalk, and he was held here for 4 days, and there was a tunnel across the road here. It led into a courthouse. Now, it wouldn't be a courthouse like the courthouse they have here in the town of Dundalk now, the modern one. And he was betrayed here in Dundalk, but the witnesses for the prosecution, they never showed up. And so with that, then he was taken over to England, to London, and he was held in horrible conditions in London for I don't know how many months. And then there was a trial in London, and of course he was convicted of promoting Catholicism, which was like what would you call it, the penalty of death was the result of it. And so he was hung, drawn by obviously a horse through the streets of London, and then his body was quartered. And his head is actually, if you go down to the other end of County Louth here, into the town of Drogheda and St. Peter's Church, you'll find the head of St. Plunkett, they call him now, St. Plunkett. So he was the last Catholic martyr to die in England at the age of 55. So isn't that amazing history? And the artist who done this mural here of Oliver Plunkett was Italian. So I think that's really cool. So I'm after getting all that information from a lovely woman here in the information office or centre in Dundalk here. She was very knowledgeable, and she was explaining, she was able to tell me a lot about all the different murals and and the history of Dundalk here. So yes, come up to Dundalk, people. It's a nice town, and Clanbrassil Street here is lovely shops, real pretty, and I just love the architecture on both sides of the street. I don't know if I said that Oliver Plunkett was executed in July 1681 in London, and originally he was born near Louth in County Meath, and for anybody that follows my channel, I have a video about Louth passage tombs that are older than the pyramids of Egypt. I think it's 5,200 years old, so check out that video. But anyway, Oliver Cromwell was from over there near Louth. That's another fabulous mural here of a guy called Paul Kavanagh, a distinguished Irish photographer, just there now. See that? Tolls. And they lovely. Look at the buildings there, and they're gorgeous. Look over the windows, and they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm going to tell you now that it's freezing up here. My hands are freezing. Forgot to bring gloves with me. Anyway, We'll just keep walking anyway. Look at this for a mural here. It's fantastic. I have no idea of who this is or what it's called, but I'll put it up on the video. I mean, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Wow, that is absolutely fabulous. Wow. Look at the work there, isn't it class? Right. Here's another lovely mural there, look. Fantastic. Some people have got fantastic talent, I have to say, fantastic talent. So this is the St. Patrick's Pro Cathedral, Dundalk. There's good old St. Patrick. Just look at the work that goes into these churches. I keep saying it today, it fascinates me every single time I enter into one of these churches. Now, I'm not into the whole religion thing, but I certainly am way into old churches and how they're built, because they're just absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, look at those columns there, look. Look at the stained glass windows, aren't they class? I mean, look. So I'm just looking here. So they're obviously done in sections, look. See the joints there now? And then it goes up and there's more joints. Way up there. Wow, look at the ceilings, they're gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Right, seriously impressed with St. Patrick's Cathedral here in Dundalk Town. Well worth a visit. I mean, the workmanship and that is just incredible, I have to say. It's fabulous. So yeah, check it out, St. Patrick's Cathedral, Dundalk. Right people, I hope you've enjoyed that little trip to Dundalk and all those fantastic murals on the walls of Dundalk by super talented artists from all over the world. I'm going to go in here to the Marshes shopping centre now on my way home for a cup of tea. So up here in the food court here in the Marshes shopping centre in Dundalk. So I got a cup of tea and a Kit Kat bar. There's always time for a Kit Kat break, my friends, always time. So all you have here in the food court here is like fast food crap, KFC. You have the Subway as well here. I'm not really mad into the Subway food either. And there is a bagel place just down there too, and behind me is Chickadee China noodle bar. So Cheers, my friends. From the smallest county in Ireland, the town of Dundalk, close to the border with Northern Ireland. And I'm sorry for talking in a mouthful. Cheers, people. Hope you enjoyed that little trip to Dundalk on the main street in Dundalk, and all those fantastic murals on the walls of the buildings here in Dundalk. So yeah, that's it, my friends. See you all in the next video. I have no idea where I'm going to be, but stay tuned, stay tuned. I usually put the videos up on a Sunday evening if I can, because my internet speed at home in the house is very, very slow, so it takes hours to upload a video. I must investigate that actually. So yeah, see you from Dundalk, people, and stay tuned.